Well, I guess I'll just wait and see if anybody's going to join. It's probably quite early. Can I see the chat? I wonder. Top chat. I can. One person. Hey, how's it going? I think it's just you and me for now. Probably quite early, I would imagine. Ah, more people coming. 2 whole people. You guys alright? Here we go. Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Is it morning or evening for you? Hey, big love. Oh, slowly people are trickling in. What I'll do is I'll show you where I'm walking as well, because I can turn the screen around, I think, so you can see what I'm seeing. It's so pretty around here. Nighttime, evening. You crazy people. I got to bed at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Fell asleep at 8:30 last night. We ate a lot of Caribbean food and takeout, so I was super carved up and super happy with all the food in my belly, and then I fell asleep. I go to bed at 4 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. Hold on, let me show you. So this is one of the buildings that I walk past every morning. It's really nice. I think it's a hotel, I'm not too sure, but I think it used to be a cloister. What do you call it? Like where they have like monks and stuff. Hold on, let me show you. Hopefully the camera picks it up. There you go. And there we have like for, what's it called? For golf, I think, or polo. A monastery, yeah. Are you still going through quarantine? We're not quarantined as in like not allowed to leave the house, but we have to still be kind of mindful. So a lot of places are still closed, which is a bit annoying. But I don't know when it's gonna end, because I know that in Europe a lot of places are opening up. A lot of places are opening up from the 15th of June. So, what's the temperature? I don't know. I've got like a bit of a thicker jacket on because it's been raining here, in case it's gonna rain. Thanks for the super chat, big love. Please go in and get us all freaked out. It's fine. I won't bump into anybody. I live in the countryside, so yeah, it's quite warm now. I'm gonna say it's probably like either Celsius. I don't actually do what's it called, Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna guess it's maybe like 10, 12, something like that. The chat keeps disappearing. Hold on. I'm so over to stay home. Yeah, me too. So we went out actually on Friday just for a day trip. We went to Arundel, which is a historic town in the UK. They've got like a really lovely castle. And then we went to a coast town. But it's annoying you're out and about because you can't eat anything or everything's closed. I mean, I did get an ice cream. I mean, YOLO and all that. But, it's annoying when you're out and about and you can't really eat somewhere. You have to go to petrol stations. I mean, I could pack my own food, but part of the fun of going out is going for a lunch and stuff like that, So, good morning, Leia. It's 11 p.m. in Texas. It's crazy, isn't it? So, we might be going, actually, it's 9 p.m. here. We might be going to Bulgaria on the 15th. Well, we'll go to my dad's first because he lives in Belgium. And then from Belgium, we'll drive to Bulgaria. But we'll probably stop in maybe like Budapest or in Prague, maybe on the way there. Because otherwise it's like a 30-hour drive from where my dad lives in Belgium to where Ivo's from. We just have to look into the rules of quarantine and stuff. Can you make the screen horizontal? I suppose I can, but it's awkward when I'm walking because I can't see the chat properly. It'll be too small. So, is it alright like this? Or is it like really annoying for people that are watching? Do you want me to turn it sideways? Hold on. Is it more annoying for me to hold the camera? Hold on. Rotate device. Is this better? This is better for me. Is that right? It's okay. No, it's fine. Okay, good. It's just it's easier to hold the phone, when you're holding it just on the, what's it called? The horizontal? No, the vertical side. That's it. All right. Stay vertical. The first way is better. Okay, cool. So it looks like we might do that, but I don't know, because apparently the UK is like a blacklisted country, which is, there's no point in going away if we have to go away and then be in quarantine, but it will be a proper self-isolation. It's not here where things are closed. If you come from a blacklisted country, you're not allowed to go yet out at all. So let's have a look what you guys are saying. Hold on. We have a ton of restrictions regarding the open air cafes, like tables need to be 2 meters. Yeah, to be honest, I'd be happy with that. I don't mind booking in and waiting. Same as with like gyms or anywhere really. Like, I'd rather things be open, A, for businesses and for the economy, but I'd rather have things be open and that we can do things as long as we book them in, as opposed to not at all. Because I don't know, like, I can live with that. Lolanda, where do you live? Is that for me? Or is that for somebody in the chat? Hold on, do you want to see some little geese? Oh, there you go. Look at these little guys. So in this field, normally there's a lot of geese. They eat the grass. What are they called? Is it a flock? A flock of geese? A gaggle? Is that what you say them? Let's have a look and see what the chat's saying. Oh. We're living most of our restrictions here. I live a record number. Oh, really? That's not good. I don't know what the things is doing here, to be honest. Like, I don't really look at the news. No, the chat, I was wondering where they have personal data. Romania, I don't mind as well. But some cafes are so small. Yeah, that's true. You get that a lot of Europe, little cafes where it's just a few seats. I'm in Michigan. And what our government has done, I think a lot of different economies will suffer. So this is why I think they're going to have to start looking into opening up businesses in a controlled way and see what measurements can be implemented from a health and safety perspective. Because, you know, things can't be closed forever. I mean, they can, but that's not going to be good for nobody. Oh, let's see. Thanks, Beth. I'd love to walk there in the mornings. Yeah, I really enjoy my morning walks. We'll get to the actual park soon, so this is just a bit where I'm crossing over. This is really nice because all the summer flowers have come out. Let me show you. It doesn't really do it justice, but it's super colourful. Very nice. So, they're so cute, okay? Oh, yeah. You'll probably see swans as well in the lake. They do a lot of them. I just did my exercise and stretch routine. Do you know what? I need to get back into stretching. I've been quite rubbish with that, to be honest. It's not good. Welcome to Southern USA. The gyms will be open the 10th. My gym. Oh, that's good. Do you know what? I saw somebody on Instagram that I follow that is in the UK and their gym was open. So I don't know what the deal is with that. It was actually the gym, as in like that particular group. Hey lady, good morning Egyptian machine. Or maybe it's evening for you, I don't know. A group of cheese. Oh, I thought it said cheese, a group of cheese. I wouldn't mind having a group of cheese either. A group of geese. Gaggle. Looks lovely, thank you. Thank you, Miss Buxted. Donna Goliath. Is this a park or a pretty path? It's just a pretty path. So we'll be going to the park shortly. I'm just walking along the road here. But there doesn't come much traffic here, so it's fine. Just make sure I don't flat face plant, because that's not a good idea. Is squatting with that weight good for toning? I mean, like, obviously if you've never squatted before, yes, because you're training muscles. But for me, like, if I don't squat with weight, it won't do much. I'll have to do like extremely slow repetitions, or slow tempo, or very high repetitions. So for me, it's not going to do much. But then I've trained for a long time, so it's different. Good night from the Rocky Mountains. Ooh, I bet that's really beautiful, the view from your window, eh? Ilona, are you walking in a circle, or are you doing double back? So the park, I will walk, the park is a lake, so I'll walk around the lake, and then I do have to walk back via the same path, because it kind of ends up, the path is like a shortcut to where we live. I could go a different way, but then that means I have to walk along the main road, which is not so nice. We have to make a reservation at the gym here in Houston. Yeah, I think my dad lives in Belgium, and their gyms are opening up. I think they are open already, or they're opening up soon, and they have to do reservations. So I don't mind doing that, to be honest. Like, I would rather do that than not train at all. Obviously I am training at the moment, But it's still not the same though when you're training at home. So yeah, I'd rather train in a gym and then just clean up as I go. Where's my check on? Oh, there we go. Oh, just be mindful here because there's little bumps. Let's have a look. Be strongly inspiring in this way. As far as I know, restaurants and cafes are not allowed. Yeah, that's true because. Oh, so you mean like an employee has to? They have to get the data, or every single person that goes as a customer, because can I get in there? Oh yeah, it's open. Because customers, I don't think restaurants and stuff. They have the. Oh look, he's there. Hold on. Let me see if I can find him. He's probably just running away. Hold on. Missed it. Oh, sorry, missed it. I'm sure we'll see more days. I usually see there like every morning. So restaurants and stuff, they won't have the software that's required for storing personal data. So they could store data from their employees, but not from customers, because obviously you've got to think of the different customers they get on a daily basis. So, right, let's see what they say. Hola from Mexico. Oh, Mexico. Nice. Good morning. How are things over there? Is Mexico alright, or are you guys? What's life doing over there? Don't hear much from other places of the world, usually speaking. Oh, that makes sense. Lolas, yeah. You go Roadrunner. I usually do it with my bar loaded, with weights on my shoulders. Yeah. If you're talking about squatting, that probably is the best way. Doing a back squat, a front squat, or maybe like a kettlebell or something like that. Hello, good morning, Joe Peters. Could you make a video for people who just started lifting, like where to start and different lifts for beginners? Honestly, when you're new to training, it is better to start off in a gym and work with equipment, because basically you do need to develop like your core muscles, your stabilization, and all of that. But when you're new to training, you can sit in machines, and the machines will help with building some chunk of the muscle, and then you can also do that together with free weights. I would say if you're doing free weight training straight away, you kind of really need somebody like a coach or a personal trainer there, just so they can help you, because if you've never done it, you could potentially injure yourself because you don't know what you're doing is right or wrong. So if you're going to go on your own, it's better to go to a gym and have the equipment as well as maybe a personal trainer. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. But when the gyms are open, I could do this, sure. They can't figure out the distance yet, but it will happen soon. I guess they'll have to just run it at like a fraction of the capacity it can run on. It'll be interesting to see in the gym itself with the equipment, because obviously, if you're going to be at the squat rack or at a certain piece of equipment and somebody else has to use it, I don't know, you just have to freestyle and be, creative with this session.
Total distance 1 mile.
Sorry.
Total time 19 minutes and 26 seconds.
Let me just turn this off. I don't know if I can.
Pace 19 minutes 26.
Telling me what's going on. Oh, the lake's looking really good. It's like looking all like misty and mystical. Don't know where the chat's gone. Top chat. Oh, here we go. It's really hard for me to get out and find a job, because everyone I live with has health issues. Oh yeah, I bet that's hard. Hold on. Look here. Look how beautiful is that. I don't want to get too close to this one though, because they can be vicious. Look at them, menacing. He's out to kill. They've got like little duckies as well. Oh look, he's got a little one on his back. How cute's that? Oh, yeah. Okay, it's all right. I'll stay away. So that's the lake, and then the sun's coming up there. Actually, I'll walk this way. Let's get back to the chat. Sorry, guys. Hello, chat. Yeah, so I think it is difficult. If you're not in a job already now, it's probably going to be quite hard to find a job, because not many places are hiring, or if they are, I can't even see how they are, because a lot of places will be running at least on a limited capacity if they're running at all. So, yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. Hello from Panama City Beach, Florida. Good morning, Amanda. How are you doing? Well, good evening for you, I'm guessing. Hi, Ilona. Good morning, Jody. Watch out for the coyote. We don't get coyotes over here. I think the biggest wildlife we'll get over here is maybe deer. maybe a badger at worst. So, morning. Good morning. Philadelphia says no to everything. Good morning. Good morning, Dawn. Does this take you out, or you have to turn back and get back home? I walk around the lake. So there's a lake here, so I'll just walk around it. And the size is around, I think in total, like 4 miles to actually walk around the lake, as well as a mile to my house from the lake and back. So it's usually around 6 miles. I can make it into like a large, super large. I can walk to Windsor Castle from here, but that's like I don't know. You'll be looking at like a 15-mile walk. So I won't be doing that today. But yeah, you can walk around. Depends on how far you want to go, really. Good morning from Romania. Good morning, Christina. Hello from Atlanta. Good morning. Good morning, Veronica. Hello from Spain. Good morning. I suppose it's like a bit later in Spain now, isn't it? I think, what's going on in Spain now? Are you guys also opening up on the 15th? I'm in Maryland, USA. Good morning. Nice to have another one up at 5 a.m. Me, myself and I, yeah. I've been up since about 4. I kind of wake up that time naturally anyway. So, good morning from Texas, or a hello from Texas. Atsuko, nice to see you. Morning. It's evening here in Wisconsin. It's morning here. In fact, the sun's only just starting to come up. Well, it's kind of been starting to come up for a little while. Cardio is good for heart health. It does help creating a larger caloric deficit, but regardless of my walk, I reduce my calories. So it's not like, oh, if I walk 10 miles today, that means I can eat 300 extra calories or something like that. It doesn't work like that. So you shouldn't try to lose weight by creating just a caloric deficit through exercise, because you don't know truly how much you're burning. Even Fitbits and stuff, they're not 100% accurate. And every time I've dieted, I've had to mind my food, regardless of the energy output, because my energy output is a lot. I burn around like 3.5 to 4,000 calories every day, as per my Fitbit. But I only eat 2,300, and still my weight is very like this, and then like it dips and then it goes up. So I would say if you're really trying to lose weight, you just have to mind what you're eating. That's the biggest thing. Oh, where's my chat gone? This is not the most flattering light, is it? Jesus Christ. I need some Botox. Can't wait to have Botox again. Oh. Alright, good advice as always. Thank you. You're welcome. Midnight here on the East Coast. Yeah, I know, it is that sort of time in the US now, eh? Let's have a look. Do you do any cardio besides walking every morning? No, not really. I do weight training. If I'm in prep, I would do more high intensity training, usually in the gym, and I would do that on an exercise bike, because I find that exercise bikes are the best way to control the high intensity, because you can easily up the resistance and just go for bursts. But I don't really do that unless I'm in prep. And while I'm in prep, I do it in neoprene, which is like, you know, the wetsuits. Yeah, I'm basically doing high intensity cardio in a wetsuit to burn fat and sweat more. It's absolutely disgusting. I would have puddles of water underneath me, but these are the things we do to get lean. Why does my chat keep bloody disappearing? Oh, here we go. Did you see Chantal's video? No, I haven't, but somebody did mention that she said something about it. So that's pretty cool. It's quite funny how these things have turned. So yeah, I actually feel like she's doing better for her. She seems to be eating less, which is good. Is it still unhealthy? Yes, but it seems the amounts are reduced. So got to start somewhere, I suppose. So, but yeah, that is quite funny, isn't it? Bless her. Let's have a look. I'll have a look at it afterwards. What walking app do you use? It's just called. It's tied into my FitnessPal, because then every time I save it, it automatically updates my FitnessPal. So it's my fitness walk tracker. I don't think I can get out of here whilst the app's open for streaming and look at other things. So I'll put it in the description once the video's finished, if I remember. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, followers from over the world. I know, right? To be honest, this is, as I said in the video the other day, especially with what was going on in America with the protests, etc. And just sitting up a lot more, and I'm a lot more open-minded compared to what I used to be. Not that I was incredibly narrow-minded, but you know when you just kind of get set in your ways. And like now, I'm listening to so many people that have so many different stories. And some are amazing, some are sad, some are really inspirational. And it's really making me, I guess, appreciate what I have and also put myself into other people's shoes. So from their perspective, having like a platform, it's really interesting. You know, having like social responsibility and all of that, which is weird because I never thought I would, but you know, it's part of the game, I suppose. Let's have a look. Look, this chat keeps disappearing. All right, top chat. Allez, there we go. Let's have a look. Where did I live off? Stop off. Sorry, if I missed some chat, I do apologise. I've been chased by swans. It was awful. I know, right? They're quite scary. Is it like urban myth that they can break your arms? Or is that, because I've heard that's like, don't get close to swans because they can break your arms with their wings. I don't know if that's urban myth or not. What maybe the parents would say. Hold on, let me show you. It's pretty around here. I like this part of my walk. I'll get back to the chat in a second. So we've got this bridge, but then from over the bridge, you can see the lake there. I don't know if I can zoom in. No, I can't. It just shows the chat. So, sorry, did you just get drunk there? Because I was just like, there you go, have a look. Turning around like real fast. You're making me miss the UK. I can't wait to travel back. The thing is, the UK, it has some really lovely bits. I think it has some beautiful countryside, but a lot of people just think it's really built up. It's not. It just truly depends on where you're going. So around where we live, it's really nice, and I'm super glad we moved before all of this went down, because before that, we lived in Hayes, and Hayes is like, sort of like the outskirts of London, but it's very built up, right near the airport, like near Heathrow. So, pardon me, not very nice. Let's see what the chat's doing. Oh, where did my chat go? Ah, there we go. Beautiful, sprinkled here, and it's almost midnight. Yeah, so it rained really hard yesterday here, but I feel like it was needed, because the ground, it's a bit wet but not super, so it probably just soaked up a lot of it. Alright, come back, chat. Let's have a look. Hello from Australia. Do you listen to podcasts? I usually listen to like audiobooks when I'm walking. And there are things like either fantasy or self-help books or things around nutrition, stuff like that. A lot of mindset books. Good morning, getting ready for bed here in New England. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Fruity Booty. How are you doing? Good evening from Washington. It's 9 p.m. That's crazy. The time difference, isn't it? Well, it's not crazy. It is normal. But, you know, runner here. How often do you run? I don't. I did kind of try it for a little while. It's not made for me. My knees kept hurting. I tried different shoes. Running isn't made for me, so I don't run. I just walk. You're getting all kinds of ideas for videos. Love it. Thank you for that. Does playing with the kitty count of burning calories? Depends on how cute the kitty is. The cuter the kitty, the more calories you burn. Science. Hey girl, I'm off to bed. Good night, Jamie. Thanks for joining. I only consume 900 calories a day, and I walk 30 minutes and I ride my bike for an hour. Yeah, I would say you're probably slightly under eating, to be fair. 900 calories, that is quite little, especially with the exercise. It's hard to say. Have you been dieting for a long time, or did you just drop it to that? Because if you just dropped it to that, you should get results, but I don't think that's the healthiest way to go about it. I'm a runner, and I still have a mind to exercise. I'm a runner, and I still have to mind diet first. Yeah, you can't. The thing is, you can't out-train a bad diet. That's just how it is. Would you go back to competing again? Yeah, I will. We want to try and have kids this year, but I need to get my implant removed, the one that's in my arm, which I'm gonna have to do surgically because it's like really deep embedded into my arm, so they can't just like nick it and push it out. And I'm just waiting to hear back when they will do that, because obviously certain operations aren't important right now. But when I spoke to my doctor on Monday, she did say that, because I did say that I want to have children, so I think they might prioritize it then over just renewals, if that makes sense. And also, like, I'm a bit older too. I'm like turning 34 in a few months, so you know, I've gotta hurry up before those eggs don't stay good anymore. But I will compete again. I'll probably do like in a few years' time, come back as a masters or something like that. Your channel's never going to be boring. I hope not. I try not to make boring content. I saw your live stream. Caught your live stream. Thank you so much, Shauna. I'm about to go to sleep. Well, thank you for joining, Sarah. Have a good night. Good night, Jamie. Looking forward to your next vlog. I should be up later today, actually. I usually put them up at around like early evening my time. America's a damn mess right now. Yeah, it's very sad to see what's going on. Thank you, Dawn. Thanks for the scenery shots. You're welcome. Thought I'd take you with me, just for a change, you know, something a bit different. With all this talking, I would imagine I'll burn more calories as well. So sorry if I sound like very breathy. It's like walking and talking, you know. So beautiful. I miss Germany now. Do you know what? Germany has so many pretty places. I've been to like Bavaria, or driven through Bavaria quite a few times. It's really lovely. Germany has some beautiful castles as well. In fact, the Disney castle is based off a castle, the Neuschwanstein. So there's like lots of, it's actually not finished, but there is lots of pretty castles in Germany. They're kind of in everywhere in Europe. So this is why I tend to, when we go out, I tend to go to places that have things like castles and ruins, because obviously most of my audience is American and it's not something you guys get a lot of. So it's kind of nice to see that sort of history. Let's have a look. Hi from Peru. Well, good morning. It must be, gosh, you're getting ready for bed here. Oh yeah, I suppose you're probably on the same altitude as like LA and all of that, so that makes sense. Oh, you're afraid of going for walks for yourself? Nah, not really, because it's quite busy in this park. I kind of bump into the same people every morning, so not really. I mean, there's houses everywhere around here, so I'm not that scared. It's not that sort of park. Let's have a look. Ollie, where's my chat? Top chat. There we go. Sorry, I'm losing a lot of the chat. You have a very calming effect on my anxiety. Oh, thank you. I would never have thought that. I don't necessarily have the most calm speaking voice. Good morning from Wales. Oh, he's from Wales. Oh, sorry, I'm misreading. Yay, babies. Yes, hopefully peaches. We'll see. After 12 pounds over quarantine. We'll try not to fall over. That's awesome. That's really good. I mean, it is difficult to stay motivated with quarantine, but I would just try not to use it as an excuse to let yourself go. Oh, you want to have children? How exciting! Yeah, we've kind of been talking about it for a while, but we do need to hurry up, because at the end of the day, I'm getting older, right? So I've been doing it for a week, but I consume good calories, like fruit and veggies, and eat meats. I've lost 7 pounds, but also, what can I do? Also want to know what more I can do. Honestly, I would just stick with it for a while. I think the calories are quite low. I don't know where you came from initially. That could potentially be a really big drop. The best thing is when you start dieting is work out what you're eating and then just reduce your calories by 300, maximum 500, and then drop it. So if you were, say, eating 2,500 calories, just go to 2,000 and that should get results until you start stagnating, and then you either add in some cardio or reduce your calories or play with your macros. So, because the problem is, from 900 calories to go even lower, it's going to be hard. Congratulations, Rebecca. This camera quality is atrocious. Sorry, can't help that. It's front-facing camera, and I'm walking, so that probably doesn't help. Pregnancy vlogs, yep. Look, if you have a problem, it's alright. It's one of those things, I can't fix it. Have a good day, good evening. Thank you. Have an early morning. Well, good night. There we go. That is a way to little calories. Yeah, I think so too. You're better off eating a little bit more, I would say. People say Germany is very pretty. It is very pretty. Favourite veggie, favourite fruit. Oh, good question. I'm going to say favourite vegetable. Probably asparagus. Favourite fruit. I don't know. Maybe like a nice sweet melon of some sorts. If melons are nice, they are very good. Oh, hold on. We've got another bit of... It's looking still mystical. Right. We're going to go uphill in a second, so bear with me. Expect more heavy breathing coming. We're saving my friend an in Augsburg for a while, and it was a beautiful area. Yes, I like all of. To be honest, like most of Europe has really pretty places. I think anywhere in the world has probably pretty places, as long as you know where to go to, right? Have your neighbor asked to work out again? I think I might be training with her today. So she was feeling a little bit poorly yesterday. So she didn't train, which is fine. I mean, it's one of those things. But I think she might be training today. And we're training chest and abs. Please please your makeup collection. Yeah, I suppose I could do one day for a vlog. Why not? It's a bit of everything in there. But I sure can do. I do like eyeshadows. Let's have a look. Ilona, thanks for your videos. They help me motivated. Well, thank you very much for watching them. I appreciate it. Do you take on clients? I do, but I don't. If you have a gym and you have proper food available, I can help. I just don't really like coaching people when they can't train properly, because I feel like it's a bit of a money grab. And especially during these times, I know a lot of people are struggling financially. I just feel kind of uncomfortable taking money from people. If you have everything available and you're fine financially, then sure. If you have a gym, or you can go to a gym, or you have plenty of equipment at home, yeah, I can. But otherwise, I'll just like message me privately and I'll give you some tips and stuff.
Total distance 2 miles.
Sorry.
Total time 38 minutes and 19 seconds. Split pace 18 minutes 53 seconds per mile.
Sorry, I shouldn't have put her on. She's so annoying. I didn't think about it. I just kind of went on autopilot. Hello from the US. It's almost midnight here. Love your videos. Thank you so much for watching. Kate Winslet in the house. What is this sorcery? Exercising while under quarantine. This is madness. I know, right? Who knew it could be done? I'm even calorie restricting also. The magic. Would you guys travel over here? Yes, but Ivo's Bulgarian, so it's a bit harder for him to get into the US. This hill is killing me. Chat, where are you? So he's tried to get into the US before, but he struggled. Do you people fish on the land and canoe? Do people fish on the lake? No. People do fish, they don't canoe though. But I think it's like catch and release. Would you ever come to the US? Yes. I would love to go. There's some parts of America that are really appealing to me, especially all the mountains and stuff. I'm Hispanic. I was trying to stay away from the tortillas. To be fair, tortillas are pretty delicious, so I can't blame you. I left for Southern California. Yeah, the thing is with calories, it's so dependent on the person. There's so many factors that go into it. You can't just say like, oh, we'll just eat this. I mean, obviously, calorie restriction works for a lot of people if the calorie deficit is large enough. But what you want to try and do is eat as much as possible, because then it becomes easier to manipulate the calories once you get into deficit. Sorry, I'm sounding like super breathy because look, just walked up a little hill there. A little hill and talking. Here I am claiming to be a fit person. I'm like out of breath walking out of uphill. Never mind. Right, where's my check on? That makes sense. Good morning, Tiffany Ortiz. Sorry, I feel like I've missed a lot of the chat. Oh no, it's not too bad actually. I run a minimum of 5 miles per day, usually 5 to 6 miles. I run for fun. Oh, what sicko you are. Who runs for fun? Just joking. I never got the running high, and I have tried it. It's just not for me. It's just one of those things. Would you ever move to Bulgaria? Quite potentially, yes. We have talked about it, that should I ever make a decent enough income of YouTube, we might consider living in Bulgaria, because the cost of living is just so much cheaper there compared to the US, compared to the UK. So, possibly. Let's have a look. It's 11:30 in Austin, Texas. But I'll join you. Great. Well, good night, Brittany. Thanks for coming. Gag. Interesting name, isn't it? So are you a morning person like me? I definitely am. Yes, I always have been. I don't have set an alarm clock. I just wake up early naturally. Good morning for you. Good night for me in Las Vegas. Good night. Lishi? Yeah, Lishi Hart. Sorry, I'm just walking. I can't read properly. Lord, what a sicko. I don't like putting on weight. I don't like putting my weight out there. But I'm obese, 4'8". So, yeah, honestly, I would just kind of review what you were eating before and reduce your calories slightly. You don't have to say how much you weigh, but I would just reduce the calories by 500, 300, 500 for a more aggressive cut. You don't have to go to like under 1,000. I mean, you probably won't die doing it, but you're definitely not going to feel great either. And then if you plateau, all you have to do then is just reverse diet and then try and cut again. So it's a pretty big calorie deficit to put yourself in so suddenly. I'm taking the piss out of myself, don't worry. Top chat, there we go. Good morning, Daher. Is that how you say the name? Daher? That's how I read it. Lolanda. Oh, I hate running as well. Yeah, but if you do a handball, that probably is more like sprints, right? I don't mind sprints. Sprints are quite good. I say that. I haven't done a sprint in forever, but I prefer sprinting over jogging. Tina W. I'm a meatball too. Put slower and healthier, but slower and healthier is better. Yeah, it absolutely is. And you're also less likely to gain the fat back. The running high is amazing. I've literally never had a running high. It's never happened for me. I just clock watch, and I did try it for a little while, but it's just one of those things. I think my body is more built for power rather than endurance. Food scale and fitness tracking. Yes, you'll be surprised how much you eat the second you start weighing things out. This is why I don't necessarily believe in intuitive eating unless you understand food and calories, because how do you know how much you're eating? Like, you could intuitively eat a tablespoon of peanut butter or a teaspoon of peanut butter, a teaspoon, which could be 300 calories or it could be 500 calories depending on the size of your teaspoon. Now, if you kind of make that error with all of your meals, you are overeating several thousands of calories in a day potentially. Horror Queen, hi from Saudi Arabia. Good morning from England. Can you explain what reverse dieting is? Yes. So normally when you cut, what you do is you diet down slowly. So for example, I'm doing an aggressive cut right now. My maintenance calorie is 2,700 calories. I'm eating 2,300. Now, if I stagnate, I will drop them again, but I'm not that bothered because I'm not cutting for a show. So what I'll do is I'll stay eating like this, and then once I've had enough of eating like this, or I'm not really getting results anymore, I'm gonna eat more food again in the way of doing a reverse diet, and it stops you from putting on too much body fat. And what you do is you just add in the calories, say 200-300 calories, and then you eat at those calories for I don't know how long, that depends, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. And then once the body has gotten used to having that extra food and you start getting hungry again and you're not gaining weight, you sort of level out, then you increase the calories again. And you keep just doing that until you've hit like a new high in what you can eat calorie wise. And then every time you diet over a period of time, but obviously the period of time, it depends on how quickly you adapt. So, hold on, sorry, just gotta get through these gates, keep them closed for the deers and stuff. Let's go back to the chat. Sorry, I feel like I have seen. So, can you review Blogatis? Yeah, people have asked. I'll have to have a look into it. Is it like Pilates? Maybe you should consult your doctor about losing weight. Maybe. Have you sent Amber Reed condolence? I don't know about condolence. Don't you send condolences when somebody's like dead? I've said that I feel sorry, that I sympathise with her and with her family. I've definitely said that, but condolences, I don't know, maybe like it's different, like language-wise, but for me, condolences you send somebody if they passed away. Gag, I've tried running and hated it. Yes, same, I prefer weight training and walking also. But it's one of those things, I could probably be on a bike, like cycling really intensely for quite far, but running, don't really get it. What brand of protein powder do you like to use? I always get bulk powder because it's cheap. I know it's not the best quality though. In terms of like flavors, I like PS Way. They do really nice protein powder. It tastes like desserts and stuff and cakes. Weight training is great. So Peaches, weight training is great for almost everyone. Helps with bone density. Yep, I agree. And it shapes your body much nicer as well. I mean, maybe obviously I'm gonna have a bias, but I think women that weight train, like not even like my size, you can be quite petite and weight train. I think it just gives you a really nice and feminine body, because it gives you a flat stomach, it gives you glutes, it gives you thighs, it it shapes your shoulders. So I think it looks nice. So, but that's probably my bias there. I can't eat all the nut butters. Yeah, I like them too. I like almond butter. I once got pistachio butter, but it's so expensive. Nice though. Angelina Ballerina, plus 38 kilos. Wow. But all of a sudden, the sugar cravings have come back. Oh no, that's not good. Don't have too much of a hang up on it. Just move forward. The deed is. It was my cheat day anyway, cheat meal. But I ended up eating around like 3,000 calories. But I was just hungry, I ate my dinner and I was still hungry. So I made like a smoothie with frozen berries and stuff, which was nice. Let's go back to the chat. You're not even sweating, are you? No, not really. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm missing parts of the chat. It's just my chat disappears and then it doesn't always pick up where I left off. There's awesome progress. Yes, I agree. 38 kilos. That's bloody amazing. That is a lot of weight, so well done you. I'll let you all know in a month if I did. Yeah, keep us updated. Bora Tita. Tyra Ezekiel. Do you know of any weight loss aids? Honestly, there aren't. Honestly, unless you're looking at like juicy vitamins, nah, none of them work. So, I mean, I don't know if it's legal in the US, like ECA can work, but honestly, that's the sort of stuff you have to be very careful with, because it can mess with your heart rate. So I wouldn't just recommend it. And even fat burners and stuff, they only work in conjunction with weight training and with dieting and healthy eating. A lot of people think that they're just shortcuts to slimming or losing fat. It's not like that. You still have to train. So I have used stronger fat burners in prep, but whenever I use them in prep, I only use them towards the end of a prep when everything gets very sticky. I'm just really lean, I'm very low in body fat, I've been training, I've been dieting for a long time, I'm very catabolic. So that's the only time where I would introduce extras. Otherwise I do it as natural as possible, because if you use that stuff too soon, it just doesn't work. Well, it works, but you have to keep adding in more and more and more and more, which is not good. You kind of want to take as little as possible for it to be as effective as possible. I want you to review Natasha Oceana. Sorry, I don't know Natasha Denona. My head's on makeup. Natasha Ocean's workout guides for a video. I can give you access to mine. You don't have to order them, but I'm missing two. Are they not on YouTube? No. I am thinking about maybe doing something. So basically, bear with me. So once I've finished doing my cut, because right now I kind of have to eat and train the way I need to train and eat for the goals that I want to achieve, which is a look. It's not necessarily a weight goal. It's an aesthetic goal. So once that's done, I want to start doing content. Like, I've been watching a lot of like Will Tennyson, and I really like how he does like train and eat like this person for a day. So I'm gonna do that, not all the time, but try this diet out for a certain period of time. And I want to do that in conjunction with training, and also just so I can see how it affects my performance, and just kind of almost do it as like little science experiments. So I can do that Natasha Ocean thing, sorry, but bear with me, because I want to do it once I am back to once I'm not dieting, because then I can kind of look at it properly, So, oh my god, you pronounced my name right. Tyra Ezekiel. What? Oh, is that unusual? No, do most people mess it up? Most people can't pronounce my name. It's fine though, I'm used to it. Logan C. I can't wait to get back to my gym. It really hurts. It really nips my back. It really nips my waist in. Yeah. And keeps my posture in check. I really have to pay attention. Yeah, so I find that as well. Like, I get really tight through my neck because I sit on my computer a lot. I have a tendency to hunch. I get terrible terribly tight through my traps, who is Natasha Ocean. She's like quite a big fitness influencer, I suppose, here on YouTube. She has a lot of videos, high subscriber count. She looks like her content is quite good, actually. I did a video to her yesterday. I do like a lot of the things she's saying, but I don't know if she's kind of like Abby Sharp, where, okay, dieting is bad, but let's not talk about the other side of overeating, which is also problematic. But I don't know, it could just be that I watched one video. Let's have a look. Psyllium husk makes you feel fuller and good weight loss. Yes, so I use psyllium husk in the evening, usually speaking, through my shake, because it helps with my stool and all of that. I don't know why, but when I'm dieting, I really struggle with that. And I know it's a bit of a gross subject, but realistically, being regular is really important in weight loss, because you've got to bear in mind, if I don't go for a few days, I literally hold water and I will gain several pounds, because obviously I'm holding toxic waste in my body, right? And it makes me feel gross. Like, I actually feel disgusting if it doesn't happen. So I do use fiber supplements, because it's important. You've got to be able to excrete toxic waste. So if you're just dieting, let's fall over here. Don't Goliath. Okay, if you're just dieting and not weight and running exercise, yeah, I mean, protein powder is fine to use anytime, because I mean, if you can eat the actual food, it's better. But there's no reason to not eat protein. I think most people probably eat too little protein. Obviously, how much protein you need to eat depends on how much lean mass you have, what kind of exercise you're doing. But protein powder is fine to use. If you're struggling to get in protein because you're, for example, not a big protein eater, then yeah, protein powder is just fine. Beth Leon, do you recommend anything for joint pain after heavy squatting or lifting day? I would try and keep in like omega 3s, 6 and 9s. So I supplement with fish oils because I find it makes a difference. And stretching, that helps too, especially in the joints. So I do a lot of stretching before I train, carefully, because obviously it can be damaging, but I do stretch before training because I find like I have a better range of motion then, and it warms me up properly and helps with the recovery of joint pain and muscle pain. Weight loss days seem like a real bad idea if you aren't prepping. Yes, I agree. I think unless you are at a certain level and you're competing in either strength or aesthetic sports, I don't see the point in using any performance enhancers. Because at the end of the day, why are you doing it besides looking for good for yourself? Which is a good enough reason, I suppose. But yeah, I'm of the belief that do it as natural as possible for as long as possible. Because the problem is a lot of people, they fall into the trap of that they will only train when they're taking supplements, and you should want to train because it's enjoyable. Oh, let me show you. We've got a totem pole here. I don't know if I can see actually. Hold on. You can kind of see the distance. We're walking up to it anyway. But there's some really nice big trees around here, as you can see. Alright, let's go back to the chat. So I feel like my dad now. I'm always just like, whenever if you have a parent, you can relate. Any time my dad FaceTimes me, he's always like going like this, like the awkward thumb angle. Tyra, I saw a supplement that people swore by. It's a 500 calorie diet. You must be on if you're on a 500 calorie diet, any supplement you're going to take is going to work, right? Because the caloric deficit is so high. So I would imagine there will be weight loss. Yeah, total scam. I agree. Enjoyable Tunisian. Yeah, do you know what I really like? I'm really loving his content. I kind of want to do a lot of stuff like him, but just as a female, because there's not. I mean, I know that Blair Walnuts kind of does it, but she's not really a fitness chick, right? I mean, she trains, she exercises, but she's not a fitness chick. And I kind of want to look at things from the perspective of performance for fitness as a female. Believe it or not. Let's have a look. That'll be interesting. Do you consider strength judges? Yes. So it does make a difference if you are tattooed like me. You can't see the muscle definition as well. They can't obviously say you can't have them because that's discrimination. But I would imagine that if it's very close between myself and somebody else, if we are very similar, but I have tattoos, I'm going to imagine that it is going to work against me, for the simple reason that he can't see things as well. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. Like tattoos, if you want to get into bodybuilding, tattoos don't help. But I think they're becoming a lot more open on it, because before you would never see anybody with tattoos, and now it's becoming more okay.
Total distance 3
Sorry,
miles.
let me
Total
just
time
let her
57
talk.
minutes and 50 seconds.
There we go.
Split pace 19 minutes 31 seconds per mile.
Great, thank you very much. Technically, Natasha, the guys are online. Follow her workout from what I can gather online. A lot of people will have enough information online that I can just compile and research. Get one of those posture braces. Yeah, they are good. You mean the ones that pull your chest forward? They are quite good. What I do also is I do a lot of foam rolling. I was going to put you down, but I can't. But what I do is a lot of foam roller. I put the foam roller in between my shoulder blades, but obviously lengthwise. And then I just lay. How do I explain it? So I put it on in between my shoulder blades, and I lay down on it, put my head back, and then I stretch with my arms overhead, and that stretches through the traps as well. And I also train my rear delts too, because basically the pectorals have shortened, so you want to build up through the rear delts so it pulls back, so it gives you better posture. I really like Natasha. I need more calories than average. Yeah, I mean the calorie requirement is totally different. I've coached girls that are probably maybe like, I don't know, 50 pounds lighter than me, but they eat the same calories as me because they just naturally have such a fast metabolism. Can you build strength training with resistance training? Can you build strength with resistance training with only oh, hold on, let me just read this because I'm being an idiot. Can you build strength with resistance training only without weights? Yeah, I suppose you could do some body weight stuff, but body weight training is harder than a lot of weight training. So it's easier to try and do a pull down with a machine than you trying to pull up your own body weight, right? So you can probably do some core stuff, but I don't know, you probably have to be careful doing core, especially if you've just recovered from surgery on your stomach. Hold on, let me show you this totem pole. You can't see actually. It's because of the sun's behind it. Sorry guys, I should probably keep talking. I'm being a terrible vlogger here. So, there we go. We've got like a massive totem pole here. So the totem pole was erected in 1958 to mark the centenary of the establishment of British Columbia as a crown colony. So there we go. It's quite big. Does it say how tall it is? No, it doesn't. There we go. It's massive. It's cool, isn't it? Alright. Right, get back to the chat. The poop thing is real. That struggle. Good morning to you. Yeah, it definitely is something that a lot of people don't want to necessarily talk about it, but it is a part of like anatomy, right? It's a part of the way our bodies work. So if it isn't working properly, it makes a big difference. You should do an ebook. Your meals look yummy. Yeah, I don't know, maybe one day. A lot of it is kind of boring, to be honest. And hey, wide awake, new sub here. I really enjoy your videos. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for subbing and watching them. I appreciate it. Are we slowing? Lost my chat again. Oh, bedtime for me. All right. Thank you very much for joining. Anyway, Logan, I appreciate it. I will enjoy the rest of the walk and enjoy the rest of your weekend. If we could try the app called Zombie Run. It's fun, especially early. Oh my god, that sounds like it's a horror game. It sounds interesting. I'll have to try it out. I'm trying to sort of explain this, but it's okay over. Why are sumo deadlifts controversial? So basically, anything that's wider stance, it means that the weight has to travel not as far, which means you can lift heavier. So I can sumo deadlift 100 kilos without straps. I can for reps of 10, for sets and reps of 10. I can do that with the conventional also. However, with the conventional one, I do need to use straps because it's more likely that my grip will go. But it's basically that you just don't have to travel as far. But in terms of powerlifting, it's not. I think you can do a conventional or a sumo deadlift, but the wider stance just means that the weight doesn't travel as far, so it makes it easier to lift the weight. And also, it trains different muscles. So I prefer to do the sumo for my glutes and hamstrings. It's quite a good lift actually. Let's have a look. have you thought about doing music reactions? No, because like basically for the simple reason, I don't really get exposed to a lot of new music, so couldn't tattoos help show definition? Help show definition. Well, it depends, I guess, how they're tattooed, but usually not. Usually they're more distracting, I found. Could you use tattoo makeup? You can. So I actually did talk to somebody. I always use the same lady for tanning because she's really good. Well, most of the time. Basically, there is cover-up stuff for tattoos. However, when you're on a show, it looks really ugly on stage because you've got to think you're on underneath super harsh light. So it really doesn't look good. You're better off just having the tattoos because otherwise it just looks like really matte. It's not a good look. What's the difference between a powerlifter and bodybuilder's workout? So powerlifters is just about strength, and they will focus on the main lift, and then they will obviously have ancillary exercises they will do to develop that lift, but it's just about strength. So they will, for example, they will work out what their 1 rep max is, or their personal best if you like, and then over a period of 12 weeks or something like that, they will taper it back, where every week they'll work at a certain amount of reps at 85%, then 90%. Well, you start a bit lower, you started like probably 70 or something like that for the period of time. So you periodize your training more to achieve new strength. As you go higher, you stimulate the muscles to grow in a different way. You'll always see that powerlifters, they are big and they're strong, but they don't have the definition and they don't have that fine tune within the muscle. It's just more bulk, mass, and it doesn't look nice on stage. What you want on stage is you want the big bulk, you want the density, but at the same time you want those finer details. You want to make sure that every little muscle is developed as well as another. So for example, my rear delts and my hamstrings are rubbish comparatively speaking to the rest of my body. My quads are insane, my pecs are insane, but in terms of my short development, my rear delts are shit. So what I have to do is in my off season, I have to focus on building up my rear delts as well as my hamstrings so that everything's symmetrical. And I do that by training it several times a week. Heavy, high intensity, time on the tension, just various ways of overloading. Let's get back to the chat. Let's have a look where we were. Good morning, Gregory Johnson. Good morning to you and your wife. I hope you're both doing well. Hello from Australia. It's 3 p.m. Wow. I'm laying in bed. But you have motivated to get up and go for a walk. Yeah, you should. Why not? If the weather's nice, go for a walk. Get some vitamin D. The totem pole. It's where we summon the ads. A cool totem. Sorry, the chat's well behind. What brand of headphones do you use? Honestly, these are not the best. The ones I use at home behind my computer are better, but they started to fall apart. These are like, I got them from Amazon quite cheaply. They're not that great, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend them. Hi Greg, I'm in Georgia too. It's almost midnight here. It gives me such a strange feeling watching you see the sunrise. Yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? It's weird to think that people are about to go to bed. I need to poop. Need to poop. It is how the body works. Yeah, it is. You could talk about these things without being too gross. Oh, girl, I was getting ready for bed. Oh no, finding things to does after. And here you are. What? Are you telling me I'm boring? So you're watching me to fall asleep? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Just joking. Trying to morning cardio. Yeah, I'm always a couch potato. Not a couch potato. I always go to bed early. Is what I meant to say. What's your most cherished alcoholic beverage? I really like champagne, I'm not gonna lie, like nice champagne. Tara Ezekiel. I love the guest you included on the live. She gave me hope not to go too far. Go on, a bit muscular fit. Is there a point that some aesthetics are irreversible due to weight? I'm not too sure I understand the question. You give me hope and let me know that I'm not too far gone. Oh, so you're talking about Yana, I'm guessing. So I think, I don't know this for sure, but I would imagine, obviously the more body fat you have, it's going to result in a lot of excess skin. And if you've been overweight or super morbidly obese for a long period of time, it's going to affect everything down to the way your skeleton is formed, right? Because of the pressure that's on the joints and on the bones. So you could lose the weight, but then you probably will have joints that aren't quite in place, or they'll be in place, but they might not function as well. You might have just, I think if you get too heavy, I think to come down to a healthy weight is probably going to be really hard, and I don't think it'll be possible to ever achieve like a proper fitness aesthetic. I think if you're a bit overweight, a couple of 100 pounds is fine, but when you get to like being half a ton or more, I don't know, I think it's going to be difficult, unfortunately. Pumpkin Spice, good morning. It's 10 p.m. in California. It's coming up to 6 here, I think. Oh, thank you. My wife is in the chat. Somewhere. You're not boring. Dang it, you're alive. Ah, right. Don't worry, I'll keep the live up. So if you need to go to sleep, go to sleep. You can always watch it in the morning. Let's see. Losing my chat. Yeah, you can't be too far gone with being overweight. Yeah, and this is something that I've been coming to terms with, or starting to realise with some of the girls that we look at that are overweight, or obese I should say, is that, for one, where is the incentive to lose weight if you've never been a healthy weight? Like, you don't know any better, right? So whilst that it's always good to be healthy, but if you don't know what you're missing, then where's the incentive? So, morning. And additionally, you've got to bear in mind the operations that are required to get rid of things like excess skin. It's not just going to be like a little nip and tuck. These are very, very serious operations that might be several at a time with long recovery periods. So whilst I think in a perfect world, if anybody could snap their fingers and be the body they want to be, they would. I think getting there, the process of getting there, as well as just knowing that there is going to be problems like with the skin, with the joints and everything else. There is irreversible damage at the end of the day. I don't know, like, that's not to be discouraging, but I think for me, I think it would be hard for me. I think I would be not put off by it, but I wouldn't be as incentivized. I wouldn't be as driven and motivated to do something about it. Hold on, let me show you here. I'll get back to the chat in a second. Let me just show you the lake. Oh, there we go. It's nice, isn't it? Alright, losing my chat, there we go. I'm off to bed. Okay, Dawn, thank you very much for joining, and good night. I wish I didn't have to go to sleep, buddy. No worries. The live will stay up, so look at it tomorrow. Thanks for joining, Cerulean Blue. Rolling up first coffee. Thanks for the explanation on Sima. No, that's fine. You are welcome. Just ask away. I need to go to sleep. No worries, Mr. Dog. Have a good night's sleep. Good morning, Tina Deinhardt. I'm Jelena Ballerina. I'm going to get my excess skin, stomach, legs and arms next year. Wow. Good luck with that. It's going to be a big operation. Is it expensive? I bet it costs a fortune, right? Do you know what? I think what they should do, obviously help people out if they need medical help, one thing. But I think if somebody has worked hard to lose weight and they've done it, they should get, the incentive should be that they get weight loss surgery, rather than having loads of people in the medical system costing money, right? Because at the end of the day, obesity is fucking expensive. Let's not joke around here. It is very expensive, and it is completely preventable in most cases. In most cases, it is preventable. I think if you've lost weight and you need skin removal surgery, they should pay for that. I think that's like as an incentive for people to change. 100% they should, because like, why is that considered like a cosmetic surgery? And they wouldn't do that, where it's going to change people's life. It's going to make what people want to do better. But you don't want to pay for that, but you do want to pay to keep people sick. It doesn't make sense. Well, it does make sense from a pharma perspective, obviously, because everything's about money. Keep people sick, but you know, let's not get into that. All right. Good morning. Right. I lifted a bag of 10 kilos of blue metal the other day. Wow, it was so heavy. The metal was a dead weight. I cannot imagine being 200 kilograms. Yeah, it's crazy. That's the thing. Like, I've said this before, but also in terms of like some of the women that we react to or we look at, it's just, if you think about the amount of weight they carry on their bodies and stand up, like I could literally not deadlift that. Like, there's no joke. I couldn't deadlift. I couldn't deadlift. Yeah, I don't want to say names because I don't want to, like, it's not about that. But you know what I mean. Like, that just puts it into a perspective of, like, I'm pretty strong for a woman, and there's no way I could lift those weights. So imagine just having that on your body the whole time. And I think it's like you get so used to being like that you don't know. I generally don't think they understand or they know what it's like to not be in physical and mental pain. So it's like, if you don't know it any better, it's sad, really. Like, it really is, because I just can't imagine being in a situation where I'm just in chronic pain, you know. The mist is gone now. Yeah, it's time to go. I was always actively discouraged from sports and exercise. Sports and exercise in my family is overweight, obese. We're not like that. And now I love to do parkour. Nice. Calisthenics. That's awesome, Lottie Mac. That sort of stuff is so hard. My skin removal would be my battle pass. Good. I like that you think about it like that. That's very positive thinking. It's hard to start, but you don't know any better. It's hard to start when you don't know any better or have been told you can't. Yeah, relatable. I mean, I come from a sporty family, but still, like, you still get judged as the female that is muscular because it's not a social norm, right? Even like with my own family, it's happened at times, but whatever, I don't care. Do you think building muscle will be enough for someone standing and wants to be tall? Hold on, let me just read this because I'm walking, I can't read. Do you think building muscle will be enough for someone standing and get rid of cellulite? Honestly, I have cellulite regardless of how much muscle I build. Cellulite is just fat in the skin. You won't have... What you can do is you can build muscle, and you have to... For me, what's happened, the best way for me to treat my cellulite, that I still have, by the way, but it's better than it has been before, is because I've built muscle, I've dieted down, and every time I reverse diet, I gain less body fat, and that's it. The key is just body fat. So for me to have absolutely no cellulite, I need to be like, I don't know, like 6 weeks out, and I've been dieting quite intensely for a long time. So yeah, that's just one of those things. Unfortunately, like, getting rid of cellulite is really hard. Yes, the insurance companies should help pay for skin removal surgery. I don't know about insurance, but I think maybe just the government. But I suppose if you're in the US, it's different, hey? In the EU, I'm thinking more in the UK, because I think in the UK, that sort of surgery, I don't know. I might be wrong, maybe it is paid for by the state, I don't know. I'm going to get it done in KL. Much cheaper, I don't know where KL is. That a state? Is that a country? KB 2007. My mum would never let me go get too big. My mum would never let me get to my weight, big weight. She would lock me in a room. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ, is that for real? That sounds like child abuse. That's not very good. Sorry to hear you went through that. I can't imagine you have like the best relationship with food now because of that. And hopefully you're getting some therapy for that, because that doesn't sound good. What style of wedding dress would you go for? Oh, I kind of know. So I would have lace on the arms, because despite I love my tattoos, I don't really want them to be on show too much. But I would have it so it cuts off like this, lace on the arms. I would want to have where the sleeves come down. I would have a sort of like a corset middle waist, like a corseted waist, and then I would have a, what's it called, like a mermaid tail, like a fish tail, mermaid tail, because that sort of dress, that sort of shape works really well. Oh, I don't know if it's picking it up. There you go. Let me go back to the chat. At one point bypass surgeries were for obese people. I think they're stopped now. We're free for obese people. Yeah, I think if people need to have a bypass surgery, it's better that than to keep them on medication all the time. Kiko, I don't even know what my body looks like. So I've never been healthy weight as long as I can remember, and my genetics aren't great. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to, I can imagine, it is hard to imagine.
Total distance 4 miles. Total time 1 hour 18 minutes and 19 seconds. Split pace 20 minutes 29 seconds per mile.
Alright, there we go. Sorry guys. Right, I don't know what my body looks like. Yeah, I mean, just keep working at it. Get the surgery, and you'll feel a lot better once you've had it done. I'm all for, like, if you need to have some sort of surgery done to make yourself feel better, 100% go ahead. Martha Race, good morning. Thank you. Well, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Dana Goliath. I'm going to bed now. 1 o'clock. Yes. Good night. I'm going to stop soon anyway. I'm getting a bit of a dead delt. But thanks for joining, Donna. I appreciate it. Angelina, be careful of overseas surgeries. Yeah, so I know a lot of people in Europe, they go to Turkey to get surgeries done. Some places fantastic, other places horror stories. Surgery is one of those things, same as like tattoos. I would just pay money and get the best ones done. I don't see the point in, if you're gonna do something to your body that's gonna be permanent, it's just not worth being cheap with, in my opinion. I appreciate not everybody has the finances, but I would rather save up for a couple of years extra and make sure I have the best than not. Because when I got my breast done, this is like 6-7 years ago, something like that. So my implants, they were like $5,000, which is really expensive, but they last for 25 years, and they're gel, so they're not silicone and they're not saline. So if somebody were to like stab me in my boob, not like, it won't spread into my body. And the implants themselves come with a lifetime guarantee, and like I said, like I don't have to change them for 25 years. So it's expensive. I could have gotten them done for like $2,000, but then literally in the UK, you'll go into the hospital, you get your operation, and then within a few hours you're discharged. I had to stay overnight. I got to stay overnight. There was a lot of checkups, and it's like I'd rather just pay for stuff like that. But that's me, I suppose. Oh no, my mother's hotel, not Charles Boozer, but she would not let me get an obese weight. You would say 10 hers. She would keep mentioning, right? I mean, I get. She's probably doing it for the right reasons. I don't know about feeding you with it. My family, my dad and my granddad, they were quite hard on me, like extremely hard. And let's say it didn't go down too well for me. It's part of the reasons I got eating disorders, unfortunately, being basically called like fat pig and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, if it worked for you and you're still great with your parents, great. Like for me, I didn't quite have that same experience, although I'm fine now with my family. I should iterate that. We've had our problems, we've had our ups and downs, but we're good now, and I'm super grateful for that. Live in the moment, right? I've lost 14 kilos in the last 2 months. I think about talking to help with skin removal. Would you need skin removal surgery for 14 kilos? 14 kilos isn't, it's not that much, is it? I've lost 14 kilos before, but I'm not, I don't know how bad your skin is, to be honest. So it's hard to say. But I don't know, just if you feel like, if you're really self-conscious about it, talk to your doctor. It's worth trying. I'm not supposed to of a run and go on distance, 10k. Yeah, still need 5k. But the distances are more bang for the buck. Yes, agree. Hello, sorry I'm late. That's not my name. That's fine, don't worry about it. Martha Race, thanks Ilona for always being so honest. You're welcome. Alright guys, I've pretty much come to the end of my walk, and I'm definitely getting a massively dead arm, so I am going to end it here. I really appreciate all of you who came, and I'll keep this up should people want to watch. And maybe I could start doing these a little bit more often now and again. I'll probably do them on weekends when people are more awake. So yeah, I'm gonna go, but I appreciate all of you for joining. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll be back when I'll be back. I don't know yet. So take care, good night, good morning, see you later, bye.